How tough was it to release Aaron Jones?
Yeah, really tough. I mean, obviously, the business of football never stops, and those things are, any player that's, kind of committed to the way he has to our football team, just the way, he was in our locker room, and obviously a very productive player. That's always tough, but I think over time you get used to it, but that's just kind of the business of football. But we wish him well. We couldn't have represented us any better in his time with us, so, but very tough.
When we last talked to you, you were pretty determined that he'd be back. When did that change, and how did that change?
I think just through the process of going through, obviously, you guys know we asked him to take a pay cut, and as we went through that process, and then we kind of realized it wasn't going to probably come to fruition, and obviously we had to do what was best interest of the football team, and that's what we did.
Was there ever a consideration to have both in the backfield? I mean, that's quite the 1-2 punch.
Yeah, we certainly looked at that. I think there's a number of things involved with that. One is not only what it does to our cap this year, but what it would do to our cap next year. And I think, my feeling was that was going to be a little bit too much for us to do.
I think you'd like to, maybe get done before he gets in for mandatory stuff this up. I know it's not until May 3rd that you can officially do something.
Sure, there's been some obviously preliminary discussions, but we want to do it the right way, and certainly the sooner the better, but at the same time, I think we want to make sure we do it the right way. So we've started, but it's not something that's going to go quickly. I don't think it'll take some time. Yeah, I mean, and there's, in every contract extension, draft pick, decision you make, there's a ton of risk and all that. It's just part of it. At the same time, I think the nice thing about having a guy in your building for the last 4 years is you absolutely know who he is. Again, there's no guarantees that, anything going forward, but we know how he's going to respond and how he's going to react and how he's going to work. And instead of signing, a player that has not been in your building and guaranteeing all that to him, certainly having 4 years with him, I think gives us a lot of comfort in what he's all about and how his teammates look at him and the organization looks at him. I think certainly that gives me a lot more peace than in a different situation. Yeah, mostly for David. I just think he played for such a high level for us for so long, and where he was playing at that moment. Even the times when he did come back and play for us in the last 3 years, he played at a very, very high level. And certainly that would have helped our football team. But also I think just, to see everything he went through as a fourth-round draft pick, to earn it, going through his rookie year, to earning everything that he earned. It's just a tough break, and injuries are always a tough break. And I think you look back at that, just kind of, I don't spend a whole lot of time on the what-ifs, but that was one of those kind of punches you don't see coming. And I think as we went through it, he did everything he could possibly do to get back out there, and he's still doing that. And I think if he can get this thing right, I think he's still got a lot of really good football ahead of him, because all those goals you talked about, the Hall of Fame, I think those are all out there for him.